Guy- Hey guys and gals, welcome to What's Up
With your host, Big Earl T.
and Josh D.
Alright, guys, things on the agenda tonight. Before we get into that, we're going to talk about the show. And this show is going to be put into a crazy, funny spin on things around the world and local things and that are going on in today's society. We plan on having guests on our show in the future and maybe even doing some funny contests.
So if there's nothing else to say, please, Big Earl T, let's start the show.
The show has already started, Josh. What do you think we're doing now?
Oh, let me brush my hair and do my makeup right quick.
Really, Josh? Really?
Yes, of course. I want to look handsome for my listeners.
They can't see you.
What?
Yeah, it's just a talk show, not a TV show, really. What do you think this is, friends?
Well, in that case, let me get comfy.
While Josh is getting comfy, let us listen to some nice, calm, soothing music.
Ooh, it's drafty. Okay, let's continue with the show.
Well, our first topic is these freezing cold temperatures. And that's the first thing on our agenda tonight, which is the cold temperatures. The next thing is going to be some local news and state news, and then some general funny stuff, including a game review. So let's talk about the freezing temperatures.
Wow, that's such a hot topic right now.
Seriously, Josh, it's so cold I can feel that topic.
So, Earl, what do you call a cold ghost?
Cold ghost. What, Josh? What do you call them?
Casper.
Well, I can sure as heck feel that every time I go to work. And you know, the other night, Josh, it was so cold I had to salt the hallway.
That's nothing. I just poured my coffee and I had to drill through the ice to get to my coffee. It broke my drill bit too.
See, the other night it was like 8 degrees outside. So, I know it's cold outside, guys, and I know it's rough. So, but we'll all get through this, and I just want you to remember to leave the water dripping, or else you're going to have to drill through that water. And make sure you do leave the water dripping so your pipes don't bust, and stay warm and be safe, and also be prepared. So what's next, Josh?
Well, let's have some local news for Bedford, Lincoln, Coffee, and Rutherford counties.
All right, let's have some local Shelbyville news. Well, here in Bedford County, Shelbyville, there is a significant rise in the flu this time of year, and it's way above normal range. If you want to read more about the flu, you can go onto the Shelbyville Times-Gazette website and read all about it. But to stop or help from getting the flu, you can avoid those who are sick, and if you get sick, avoid others to keep from spreading the germs. Stay home and get well, and don't leave the house if able to until 24 hours after you have not had a fever without reducing medication. In other words, you can't be taking that Tylenol and not have a fever and then go outside and go out there and associate with people. Stop taking the medicine, see if your fever stays down. If it does, go right ahead. Remember to wash your hands with warm soapy water and use a hand sanitizer if unable to wash your hands frequently. Clean high used areas like the table, your kitchen table, your phone, and all that stuff where people may encounter germs most often.
Now for some Lincoln County, Tennessee news.
Local Fayetteville news.
Lincoln County Sheriff's Department has just recently won the Middle Tennessee Law Enforcement Network Outstanding Performance Award for December 2017. I want to congratulate my local sheriff's department and thank each and every one of them for their hard work and dedication to us.
Well, that's actually really awesome for the county. A big congrats to all the men and women at Lincoln County Sheriff's Department.
Now on to some new state news and laws that are going to be passed this new year.
Local Tennessee news. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is a new law that prohibits the lights that are on all the time, like your headlights and stuff, or flashing like your parking lights where you can turn your blinkers on and everything. Now, from being anything but clear and amber. So if you got the red ones, the blue ones, the purple ones, all that, the headlights, you're going to get a ticket for it. So go ahead and get those changed. And you may have no more than 4 headlights and no less than 2 headlights. So, Mr. Josh D., what do you think on this law?
Okay, for one, all the lights, different colors, that's a lot of confusion.
Especially if you're driving down the road in the middle of the night and you see blue lights.
Yeah, you originally think blue and red for law enforcement or ambulance or fire truck, rescue. I mean, it's understandable that there's the law enforcement vehicles and their off-duty vehicles are actually lighted up to where they're in case for an emergency, then they can have them lights flashing. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But I'm going down the road. I have, for one other fact too, is I don't know if y'all know, but blue colored eyes are more sensitive to light. So it really screws with me at night, especially these halogen lights.
Yeah.
Which I think the halogen lights don't really need to be on the vehicles. They can do
the
some
halogen lights or the LED lights that are extra bright. They blind people. I mean, you also got to think the ones that have the eye conditions. It's not blindness, but they can barely see as it is, and then somebody comes flying up behind them or comes up in front of them with these bright halogen lights and these LED lights and stuff. They're going to get blinded and they can end up having a wreck. So please think about your lights. Make sure they're dimmed. Unless no one else is around you, don't put them on the bright. Please don't.
Also, there's a new law that states that using a cell phone in a school zone is a Class C misdemeanor and has a fine of up to $50. So I would say use a hands-free device, which is legal to use and safer to use as well. I have my own Bluetooth that wraps around my head and has a button to my ear.
That's right, and if you get caught in school zone, you're going to pay for it. Literally, I mean, don't answer your phone, unless you have a Bluetooth or an audio device that, it goes through your radio or whatever. So that way, I mean, all you got to do is press a button. You're not holding a phone up to your ear because that's distracting.
Yeah, for all these older vehicles, I recommend you have a Bluetooth. Now, all these newer ones, 2017, 16, 17,
you can get your
18,
phone to connect straight to your radio.
Yeah, they're Bluetooth capable. These cars are getting smarter than us now.
Yes, they really are. I mean, technology is amazing, and I like it. But the reason why this law is basically passed is because you got to think in these school zones, there's all kinds of kids out there walking around. Some kids walk to school. So, I mean, you got all those kids walking to school and you're not paying attention, you plow through 3 or 4 of them.
Your eyes need to be on the road.
I mean, that goes not only for school zones, but also on the road, anywhere. You never know when someone's going to try to dart across the road and you're not paying attention to them, you're paying attention to that text or that phone call, and boom. It not only ruins their life, their family's lives, but your life as well. Because one, you're going to feel sorry and upset and tore up for hitting them and everything. And don't get me started on drunk driving either, because that's something else. You know, it's not a law that's just not passing. I mean, the law, of course, is don't drink and don't drive. I mean, on my way home from work every Saturday and Sunday, especially during holiday times, the Rutherford County Police Department, Sheriff's Department has a billboard thing out. It's out there by the road that says, "You drink and drive, you lose," or "Don't drink and don't drive, or you lose." You know, it's just like buckle up. You know, wear your seatbelt. I mean, yes, I understand some of you medically cannot wear a seatbelt because it puts pressure on your neck or something. But I mean, we're not getting into that. But, you know, pay attention to the road is what we're trying to say before you do get hurt or get somebody hurt. And if you want to know more about these laws, Google them and read all about them and what is safe to use and what is not safe to use. You know, whether it's headlights or whether it's cell phone devices or whatever. And now we're going to get into the game review. The game of the week.
What is the game of the week, Earl?
Well, the game of the week is WWE 2016.
That's a fun game. I had it one time.
I know. Because now it belongs to us.
Yeah, I'm upgraded to 2K17 now.
And for y'all that don't know, the 2K16, it's an older game, of course, but the creative community server for it is no longer active. They shut it down in March of last year. We're going to talk about the creation of the characters, some of the qualities, and some of the stuff that's going on with it. It's also got many wrestlers you can use, some that you can download. It's old, different versions of the wrestlers. You have many different matches and arenas that are available, and some that you can create. And it's just hours of fun for the whole family to enjoy. So, Josh, what do you think of the game as a whole?
The game as a whole, it has come a long way. It actually started with the SmackDown version and has evolved
SmackDown
into
versus
2K.
Raw, yeah.
Well, first it was just SmackDown.
Okay, yeah.
And then it went SmackDown versus Raw. And then they went 2K, which it was either starting in this one, 2K16, or 2K15, I can't remember. But one of the creative options that they started is you can put in your own entrance music for your characters.
Yes, and I do love that quality. Especially when you're creating other wrestlers that are yours, or if you want to make your own little wrestler.
Or the old school ones that aren't in the game. That
if you want to recreate them.
Yeah, they have a lot of the stuff in there that you can create them, and then you can take the music from the previous, either from
like one of the wrestlers I know that's not in 2K16 is Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase Sr. If you can recreate him in the game and you can get the music, you know, you can download it.
Yeah, download it off the internet or go back to your CDs and get it off of one of the WWE volumes.
Yeah, and then you can just throw that right up there and he can come out doing an entrance and that and everything. So, I mean, as a whole, to me, the game is rather well put together. It's very fun. I mean, it's interesting. You can create things. I mean, you can create one that's got wings on it.
You can create titles. You can create, like you said, the arenas.
You can make arenas. You can make titles. You can customize the old titles.
Storylines.
I haven't really got into that one yet, but yeah, you can do that. I mean, there's several different things you can do on it, and everything. So, but my next question is, who is your favorite wrestler on the game? Of course, not created, but on the game.
Well,
and I will even say you can, some of the downloadable ones you might include into that.
Well, I think I would have to say on the game would be the game.
Triple H.
The Cerebral Assassin. which I have mastered his abilities in 2007.
Is he the CEOO or the CFO? I think it's CEEO.
Yeah, CEO.
Which is kind of tongue tying if you think about it. So it's Chief Executive or something officer. What's that second E stand for?
I have no clue.
Well, if you know what it is, please let us know because we don't remember at this point in time.
Other than authority, but that starts with the A.
Yeah. My favorite wrestler on there would be, well, actually, I have a couple of them. Of course, not created, but mine would be Randy Orton. I've always liked Randy Orton. He's a good wrestler. He's the Viper. He's a Predator. He's the Legend Killer. I mean, he takes out anybody and everybody he goes after.
Speaking of Randy Orton, in the move selections, your move options, they've also added in super finishers. With Randy Orton, if you have a character opponent jumping off the top rope and you have a finisher,
He can catch him.
And put him in a super RKO.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing against a buddy of mine. We done a tournament, and he was Macho Man Randy Savage, and
yeah, he's on there too.
And I was on the mat, and he jumped off the top rope to do his elbow. I got up just in time, hit the finisher, and put him in a super RKO and won the match. Which it kind of blew both of our minds that just happened.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't see that in most games. It's a simple little glitchy, slightly glitchy, anyways.
Actually, there's no glitch, but
yeah, I mean, some of them there is a little glitchy.
Oh yeah,
but I mean,
but they've worked out a lot of the bugs.
Yeah, it's more or less straightforward. It's just it works perfect. It flows. But yeah, Randy Orton's one of my favorites. And then you also got Triple H with, of course, the game. So I like his too. I mean, I love Triple H's entrance and everything, and his music. You can almost, I mean, yeah, I know it's Motorhead and everything, but can you not picture Triple H singing it as well when he comes out? You know, it just flows with it.
Probably is.
So, I mean, you know, I'm the game. Who wants to play me?
And he's definitely close buddies. Well, has been close buddies with the late great head singer of Motorhead. I can't think of his name at the moment, but he passed away here either a year or two ago.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about different matches, and I've got 5 of them on the list here that we're going to talk about. Just giving our general opinions about the matches, and the first one is, of course, and I apologize for one word in this, but it is what it's called. It's Hell in a Cell. And what do you think of the quality of the Hell in a Cell match on the game?
The quality? It is very articulated. You have areas where you can go through the side of the cage, then you can climb.
I believe that's called the OMG reaction.
That's one of them. Then the other is your most famous made by Taker and Mankind, where Taker choke slammed him, went through the cage, or tombstoned him one. He went through the cage, hit the floor.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you can possibly, I know you can throw him off the cage, but then you might be able to do a moment to where you can hit him in the table, unless they're gonna put that in the next one with the way Shane O'Mac has been doing here recently. Thing is, he keeps missing everyone on the table.
Just hasn't got his aim right yet, has he?
I did get to witness that live, though, at WrestleMania. That was pretty fun. Like, what? Is he really going to?
Alright, the next match we're going to talk about is, of course, the one-on-one matches. The single matches. And, I mean, what's your thoughts on those?
Well, you can either have a regular one-on-one match, you can have it where it's no DQ,
Yeah.
you can. There's so many different ways that you can like add extras to the match. You can even,
You can do the Inferno.
or you can even
I
usually
quit.
I quit or call in a superstar for help. That's been one of the options that they've had lately.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much you can do with it, and I mean, like I said, it's hours of fun. The next one is, of course, tag team. And speaking of tag team, who is your favorite tag team?
Legion.
I was about to say, not created.
Yeah, they're kind of created right now in this game. They have been on it in years past, though.
I mean, well, if it's a legit tag team, go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that, but I'm saying, like, you can't be like for me and you when we were doing another talk show called Match Talk, mine and your names on it was Big Thunder and C Money. Now, we could do a tag team with that, but that's created. That's not a legit tag team. We're not wrestlers. So.
Well, WWE wise of all time, I want to be the Legion of Doom.
Interesting.
Which they have here in years past. They've each year, even though they don't put them in all the time, they leave in all the stuff you need to create them.
That's awesome. So what do you think of the tag team matches on here? I mean, of course, you got your tornado tag, your regular tag, your 3-man tag, all that.
I'd say Tornado would be my favorite. Because you don't have to worry about a tag.
Now, see, me, I like doing the tornado tag with no disqualification on it and everything. Because that way me and whoever else is playing with me on my team can get out there and beat the crap out of somebody else. If we get stuck, they can help us out. So it's less likely you're going to lose.
There's no referee telling you have to get back over here.
Yeah, I made that mistake on a regular tag one time. I got in the ring and pushed somebody out of the way and then tried to get back out, and I couldn't figure out how to get back out. Of course, that was when I first started playing wrestling and everything. Of course, most if not all controls are the same or similar. So I couldn't hit the right combination to get my butt out of the ring, and I got counted out because I was in the ring when it's supposed to be. So
you got disqualified.
Don't make me disqualify you. Okay, now.
What's our next topic on Wrestling Game?
Elimination Chamber matches.
Ooh, those are fun.
Oh, yes. Especially when you spear them through the chamber.
Yes.
It's like all you know is, oh my lord, you're through the wall.
There usually is a way to get on top of the chamber and... Well, not the actual chamber itself, but the pods in the chamber.
I haven't never figured that out yet.
I know they've had it in some of the other games. I'm just not sure if they have it in this one yet. Well, we was playing it the other day and we wasn't able to get up there yet.
No, we couldn't.
But if you don't get your character in the right spot,
you can't do anything
on the glass up against the pod, because it's another one of those OMG moments.
And it's very, very finicky. Very, very touchy how you do it. If you don't get them right, it's not going to happen. So, I mean, if you don't know nothing about Elimination Chamber matches, there's, I think, 4 or 6 that can go in there.
Yeah, 6.
You can do 6.
Yeah, but that's the limit, 6.
Yeah. You can have 4 or 6 people, and they're in pods in the ring, plexiglass pods, and 2 people start out, and then one by one, they get released out of the pod. You can come in the ring, and you just basically go until someone gets pinned or submits, and then you keep going.
Now, when you're picking out your character, you can also choose whether your number you want to come in at, or you can have it choose it yourself as random. So
Yeah, and also with any of the matches, you can also, and I say it's cheating, but sometimes it does come in handy, and that's how many finishers you can start off with. You can start out with 1, 2, or 3, or you can do infinite finishers, where you don't never run out of finisher. You can literally do finisher after finisher after finisher.
now, if y'all want a challenge match, here's what you do: you pick your character, then you go up against Brock Lesnar on Legend with him having infinite finishers.
Yeah, you're probably not going to come out of that one.
And count how many suplexes you go through.
Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. 5 minutes later, 3,000.
Because that's the way Brock Lesnar fights. He wrestles. Yeah, you have to literally hit him with the ring, smack him with the ring to basically beat that beast.
So basically, you're saying give it everything you got and don't stop.
Pretty much. I mean, you'd be crazy. You'd be more like a Dean Ambrose if you only started out with maybe one finisher or none.
Yeah.
Against him with infinite. But I suggest you go ahead and put in your full because he's going to come at you full throttle.
Yes, he will. And the next match, it's a little challenging, but stating that my little nephew, we did a 10-man Royal Rumble, and we're talking about Royal Rumble matches, where it's over the top rope. My little nephew, he got on there and he decided to be a bit crazy and chose to come out number 1. And he didn't realize it's over the top rope, but he stuck in until me and my buddy here, Josh, got in the ring, and it went from, we got the rest of them out and everything with his help, of course, and we went on and fought each other. Now Josh got knocked out of the ring by Andre the Giant.
Yeah, after I had put him in like 2 finishers.
Yeah, after he had done.
And he just literally just threw me out of the ring.
Right. I mean, I was sitting there watching, like, okay, he's out. So, and it took me and my little nephew, I think, 5 minutes to get Andre out, and we were double teaming him. And then it came down to me and him, and me and my little nephew fought for a good 20 minutes against each other. And I mean, he's only 10. And I mean, and he's relentless. He will go after you and go after you until he wins. And he's got a habit of being a bad sport sometimes, but he actually has learned to be a good sport here lately, and he loses like it's just a game.
And he's definitely learned to control when it's too.
Yeah, he sits there, and I mean, you can throw moves at him, and he'll reverse it like it's nothing. And you're sitting there like, come on, crap, come on, let me up, get me off the ground, dang. And he'll get you up off the ground and do a finisher on you, and you're like, really?
When you get a chance to pin him, you better pin him.
Seriously. If you can get him out of the ring, get him out of the ring. Throw him out. Whatever you got to do. Don't let him lose. Or don't let him win. You better win. Make him lose. He'll take it and be a good boy and everything. But, in recap of all this here. Well, okay, I got 2 more questions. I'm sorry. Back to the creations part of it. Josh, what do you think of the creations part of the game where you make your own wrestlers? What do you think of the quality of it with all the different settings and different clothes and hairstyles and everything? I know you've got a few characters like New York Groove and C-Money and stuff on there. And what is the other one? Lieutenant Groove.
Yeah, Lieutenant Groove, New York Groove, C-Money. Oh, and the masked referee, the incredible Mr. Z.
I've got mine. The Ghost Rider buddy one that I got. I've got a big fat guy, which I am heavy set and big, so I'm not saying nothing about it. I like kind of creating characters that's somewhat realistic to me. Plus also some that are, built like a brick house and everything, so.
Now, in the creations part, when I was going through even on 2K17, but also in 2K16, people have even created like your Marvel characters or DC characters,
I was
And,
watching something on YouTube and I seen Spider-Man. I'm like, what?
and Pokemon characters.
Pikachu!
Yes, there's a Pikachu and a Charmander. This is how you call it.
Let me guess, Pikachu comes out to, can you smell?
I don't know.
It's electrifying.
Possibly. I wouldn't put it past it.
Geodude. I'm the Rock!
But there's so many different things that you can like choose.
What's Charmander come out too? Destruction Brothers.
Kane.
Yeah. The big red monster. Man.
But they have so much stuff in there to choose from, which I went in and I like to create actual wrestlers from your either my backyard wrestling days or even our local organizations.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with some of their outfits, there's a few little things that they can like change around. Like I was looking at one of the jackets. I was looking for a jean jacket without the sleeves, and the closest I could get to it was a jean jacket, not a jean jacket, a leather jacket
Yeah.
without the sleeves. And I ended up having to make it look right. There was one, but it was very long, lower down the waist. Didn't quite look right because it needs to be more upwards.
Yeah.
So I had to go with the hoodie, the leather looking hoodie, and have the hoodie down. Which
Yeah.
being black, you can't really notice it. But to me, it's like that's not right. That's not what they wear. But you can even. But then, what now? Design wise, which they've intricated here, 2K, I think 15, 16 to 17. You can go in and you can create your own logos.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've even created one for like my Big Thunder character that I got. It's a lightning bolt.
It's to the point where it's like your paint on computer.
Yeah.
It's
interesting, but it's also slightly complicated.
Slightly complicated, intricate. I mean, you can zoom into where you're like itty bitty on if you're like because it's fun trying to make straight lines with stuff on say the paint.
Yeah.
The mouse and all that. So here you're having to use the joystick and all that, but you can zoom in so close to where that you can actually take in maybe like 3 or 4 hours. You can probably create it to exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, some people actually have sit down and like on those like.
I've noticed creating characters takes time. It's not like a 5-minute deal unless you just want to cheat and use a template.
Yeah, once you get, because you can adjust the nose, the eyes, ears, jaws.
Everything. Change the teeth around from normal to like you're missing a few to you're missing a lot to monster teeth to vampire teeth, which we need to do with a certain one that I'm not going to mention names on. You know.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, we're not going to name names. But, yeah.
His name's Dracula.
Exactly. Still can't believe you blinded him.
Blinded by the light.
I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness. No more Josh in my corner.
And suplexes inside.
Super kicks inside. But anyway, let's get back to the regular show. And that would be some funny facts and tidbits.
So now we go on to funny facts and weird things you may not know.
Or may not want to know.
Curious what you have for us today.
Well, let's start off with, did you guys know in Switzerland, you can actually be denied citizenship for being too annoying?
Really?
Yes. I mean, seriously. Around the world, wherever you live now, like here in Shelbyville and Fayetteville, I assume there's probably some people that's extremely annoying. I'm not going to name names of people, but anyway, don't you wish they would be denied citizenship to wherever you live? So, I mean, it cut down traffic a bit.
Yeah, definitely. All those drivers that do annoying stuff that you just don't like on the road.
I mean, seriously, I mean, no offense to Alabama drivers, but every time I see somebody that does not know how to use their blinker, and unfortunately, a lot of Chevyville people do not know how to use their blinker. But the reason why I say Alabama is because when I was in Alabama with my dad a long time ago, we were going on a trip, and nobody in Alabama knew how to use a flipping blinker. And you'd be on the interstate or a highway, and they just pass you, and you're getting ready to go over, and they don't use a blinker, and you got your blinker on, and you got to go over, and they cut over. And you're like, really?
You'd have fun driving up north in Connecticut and around New York and City, and which I haven't driven in New York City, but I don't think I'd ever want to drive in that traffic.
No. But on to our next fact, and I'm going to let Josh here read it.
Giraffes only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in a 24-hour period, so they're insomniacs.
No, they're insomniraps.
Insomniacs.
Yeah, they're insomnia giraffes. You know, they need some medication to sleep. I mean, seriously, if anybody ever only needs 5 to 30 minutes to sleep in 24 hours, you're crazy. Although I've only had about 2 or 3 hours in the last, for the last couple of days is all I've had every night is about 2 to 3 hours.
How much coffee do they drink?
I don't know. Do the giraffes actually get coffee? Maybe they just eat the coffee beans and get hyped up. The caffeine. Who knows? But seriously, if you ever see a giraffe sleeping, take a picture. Because they won't be sleeping long.
Might as well record it.
Seriously. And you're not going to use your data on your phone that long. Hey, Facebook Live. Giraffe is sleeping. Oh, it's awake. Now to our next little funny fact. And this happens every year in a little town in Peru on December 25th. They celebrate this one day here where men, women, and children settle grudges with fist fights, and then everybody goes out and drinks together, ready to start a new year with a clean slate. Seriously, I don't know if you guys have seen this little Facebook post before where it says, would you slap your ex for $1 million? Well, that right there settles that in Peru. Every year on December 25th, they go out and any grudges, any issues they've had with each other, they just go out and start punching. Kids included. I mean, that's a little bit of abusive, but still.
I think you pronounce it Takanaki.
I don't know. We'd have to actually do Google Translate on that. So,
Well, I'd rather be in a fist fight than having to, run around and, like the movie Purge, and try to keep from getting killed.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
I wonder if they have a referee to even stop the fight.
I don't know. Now, our next one is a movie fact, and it's a bit freaky because of the fact of during the filming of Jurassic Park, and we all should remember Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park. I apologize for that. The cold weather is getting to him. Casper.
Very.
Well, in Jurassic Park, when the T-Rex was attacking the kids in the car, the kids were generally really terrified for the fact that the T-Rex actually went lower than what it was supposed to and chipped the plexiglass and broke a tooth. So when they're actually in there screaming when the plexiglass broke out, that wasn't supposed to happen. But they left it in there because it looked legitimately real. And it legitimately was real.
So technically the T-Rex wasn't supposed to knock out the plexiglass?
The way it's sounding here, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd be a bit scared too, something that big. I mean, yes, it's animatronic, but still.
Another interesting fact, too, about that movie is because it was a raining scene, the T-Rex would absorb so much water that it would start to shake and stuff, to where they would have to stop and dry it down ever so often just to get the shots right.
Interesting.
And the when the T-Rex is walking around and you see the water glass, it does the ripple effect. It took them forever to come up with how to make that happen.
Hmm.
And it was up until just about they was about to shoot the scene, and they took a guitar string and stuck it up underneath the glass and plucked it.
Hmm. Interesting. Very.
So simple, but it's like such a dramatic. Just seeing, I can just see myself sitting there, and seeing the water ripple. Like, oh, that's not good.
Put this thing in gear and let's get out of here. We can't. The battery's dead. It's not working. Stuck on the track. Well, let's get off the track.
Just don't go to the pooper
Exactly.
because you get eaten.
Yep. Well, he had to go. I think it scared the crap out of him.
Or the bay. Don't go to the bayer.
Our next fact, it's a interesting fact about kids in Germany, or adults rather, should I say, or new adults. In Germany, when a kid becomes an adult at the age of 18, they can get rid of all their debt by offering their debtors everything that they own at that point. The young adult is then relieved from all their debts so that they can't pay back, so that no young adult has to face a life in debt for things they did as a teenager. How many of us wishes we could actually do that? But also look at the repercussion of it, because if you did so much debt, you gave everything up just to cover that debt, you would have nothing, but you would also have a fresh start. So it kind of hurts you and helps you at the same time. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it'll definitely help you, like you said, help you out in the new world again. What's especially is that after you graduate, or is that just straight up after you turn 18?
Turn 18.
So you'll still be stuck with the college debt, unfortunately.
Depending if you want to go to college.
True.
So, yeah. Well, this next one is a bit gross, and I apologize for the possible image of it. But it's a movie fact, and it's from the movie Hercules when Dwayne Johnson of The Rock was in it, and it's about his beard.
What's so bad about a beard?
Nothing's bad about a beard, but it's what that beard was made of, because it wasn't natural.
Natural.
Yeah, he didn't grow that beard.
So they put a fake beard on him?
Yeah, but you don't want to know what it was made out of.
Now you got my curiosity intrigued.
Oh, it was made out of hair, I'll give it that, but you don't want to know where the hair came from.
Peach fuzz?
No, not peach fuzz. I'll give you this much, it came off of an animal.
A giraffe?
No.
A lion?
Nope.
A bear?
I wish.
Tiger?
That would actually be interesting, but no. Not even a lion either. So you did
A
lion.
lemur.
You said lion, tiger, and bear. Oh my. Well, oh my is because of the fact that it was made out of yak hair.
Yakety yak. Don't grow back.
I apologize. Still not as far as it goes. It came off a yak, yes, but where on the yak did you think it come from, Josh?
Well, yaks have hair everywhere.
Yes, they do. It didn't come off the
It's
back.
goatee.
No.
Ear hair.
No. I could probably,
Nose hair. That'd be
I
a lot,
wish.
That'd be a lot of Yak's nose hair.
think every time he blows his nose. It's all natural.
Tail.
I would even wish there too, but no. You really want to know where it came from?
You might as well.
Well, it came off of his private area. So now we're going to name it Private Hercules. Yakety yak yak, it wasn't from his crack.
So that explains it. I know another movie he hasn't let us know he was in. Wasn't he in Men in Black? Or no, Men in Black 2?
I don't think he was.
It was on his chin, right?
Seriously, so you're going to say he's a Balchinian now?
I knew he was an alien.
We're sorry about it, y'all. I mean, but it's true. I mean, it's gross, but it came off of a Yak's private. So now, when you think of him, you're gonna come to the mind where you're gonna hear
Private Rock.
And then you're gonna go. Bleh. I wonder how many times he actually threw up on the set. I wonder if he actually knew what he was wearing.
Hopefully they washed it.
I'm sure they didn't just walk up to a yak and go, and then super glue.
Well,
seriously. Or the yak came in for a daily trim, at the barbershop and said, yes, I need this cleaned up down here. I got some action later. Really? But the missus says it was a bit hairy, so we need to clean it up. I hate to be the veterinarian that had to explain that to The Rock. I mean, seriously, Fast and Furious, Fast 8.
We need to Google and see how much he got paid for that role.
Seriously, I mean, and you thought janitors had it bad cleaning up your crap. He had to wear stuff that came off the south end of a yak that was going north.
Now, was it an Australian yak or a Siberian yak? Because if it's Siberian, it might have had icicles in it.
Well,
I don't know if there's yaks in Siberia, but there's somewhere.
I don't know, but
or aren't they in the Alps?
I don't know. Why don't we yak about it and see? Now that I think about something, there is a type of noodle out there. It's called yakisobe.
Yeah, what?
Actually, it's yakisobe, but still, the first three letters is Y-A-K.
It's a what?
Yakisobe. It's like teriyaki beef noodles and stuff. You can get it for like $1 and everything, and save a lot and all that. You can get it from there. But seriously, weird thought. Yakisobe. Wonder where the noodles came from.
Do we even want to?
I don't even want to try the teriyaki sauce now.
Stick to sweet and sour.
No. Don't want to know where the sauce came from, everybody. Do not eat it.
Well, do you have any other crazy pictures or fun facts?
Well, no, not really at this point in time. I don't really. That was just a weird way to end it, too.
So, ended with the yakety yak, don't grow back. That one.
Right. I mean, let's see if we can find any funnier ones. I mean, I'm sure there's been some posted. I mean, I get all these funny facts off of Facebook, and I'll tell you what it's called. It's when you go on the Facebook and to the search, put in weird facts, and there's all kinds on there.
Well, you definitely learn something new every day.
Right? And I feel bad for Dwayne Johnson. Considering he was wearing something from Yaks Johnson.
A pretty pretty sure he went out for a beer after that one, after that day.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he shaved that crap off too quickly.
Hopefully that was a 1 day scene. No. No, that was probably during the whole. I hadn't seen the movie. That was probably the whole movie.
Okay, and this is another one here. Just to get off the rock for a little bit, you know. And I don't really.
What, we going to the ocean now?
No, we're going to the American Pie movies.
Oh goodness.
The guy that plays Stifler, Sean William Scott. He was extremely shy and nervous around women and did not have a girlfriend until he was 30 years old. Can you actually believe that? Come on.
The Stiffmeister?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Seriously.
I mean, seriously, he was shy? What? Weird.
Stifler shy. Never would have known.
Seriously.
Oh, here's a good movie fact. I'm pretty sure everybody out there, just about probably everybody out there, has seen Jim Carrey's in The Grinch. Well, he had the for his he's got green. It's got green eyes, right? I think
Who?
the Grinch. His eyes was green.
I think so.
Well, the contacts were like double the size or way larger than the actual real contacts that you put in
Yeah.
to get the effect. And he had to be trained by a Navy SEAL to deal with the pain to film that movie.
Wow. Here's the candy bar fact. The Three Musketeers bar originally had 3 different flavored bars in one package. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Hence the name Three Musketeers. Something you probably didn't know, and if you did, you're old. No offense.
So, now what are the ingredients?
I have no clue and don't really want to know because that can be copyrighted.
True. Probably 3 different chocolates. Okay, go strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. That'd be an interesting flavor.
Okay, here's an interesting thing for since it's cold outside. Well, we're going to go to an even colder place, Alaska. During the cold winters, the Alaskan wood frog becomes a frog-shaped block of ice. It stops breathing and its heart stops beating. When spring arrives, the frog thaws and returns to normal, going along its merry way.
So it's kind of like jumping into one of those chambers that Fry jumped into in Futurama. It froze him, well, froze Fry for quite a while, but
he's cryogenetically frozen by the cold weather. Now, here's a stupid fact in a way. You know, Josh, sharks never have to go see a dentist.
I wonder why.
Because the outside of sharks' teeth is made up of fluoride, the active component of most toothpaste. So sharks never get cavities. Of course, I would not want to be a dentist of a shark.
No.
It would be very interesting.
You wouldn't make any money.
Heck, it costs you an arm and a leg just to see it.
I think I'd rather deal with the gas prices.
Yep. Wow.
What other craziness is on there?
I'm searching right now. Well, Cards Against Humanity raised over $90,000 in donations just to dig a hole for no reason. Seriously, waste of money.
Dig a hole? Where'd they dig the hole? Did they go to China?
I don't know. They dug a hole for no reason, so I mean, total waste of money. My question is, what were they burying in that hole? What were they throwing in that hole?
A yak.
Probably the one that helped out the Johnson. With his Johnson. In Germany, one fox actually fell into the freezing water and became perfectly preserved in a block of ice, creating an accidental sculpture. Fox in a block.
Fox in a block.
Or fox in a box, a block of ice. Would you eat it with a fox? Would you eat it in a box? Or would you eat it with a fox that's in a block of ice, shaped like a box? Nobody really knows. At full sprint, a cheetah spends more time flying than in contact with the ground. Cheetah Air, the new plane.
Fly high or get eaten.
See, what else do we got on here? It's so quiet you can hear a pin drop. The first Roman fire brigade was created to be very lucrative. Arriving at the scene, the firefighters did nothing while a price was negotiated. Failing to reach a deal, the structure was allowed to burn to the ground, after which the offer was made to purchase it for a fraction of its value.
I think I would rather call Jimmy John's.
Oh, here's a freaky funny fact. You know the green falling code in the Matrix?
Yes.
You know all it is really is a bunch of sushi recipes?
Are you serious?
Serious. The green falling code in the Matrix is just loads of sushi recipes. Awkward.
Sushi.
Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the show because it's almost time for us to go. Yo ho ho.
So everybody, please like, share, and comment how we are doing, and let us know if there's anything you would like us to talk about and do on the show.
Also, remember, guys, we're doing a soda drinking contest, so please, please, please get your votes in by tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm going to close down the polls. Right now, Dr. Pepper's in the lead, and we kind of like Sundrop better, but we'll take it on. And just so you know, we're not completely prepared to drink a 2-liter, so we're just going to do a 20-ounce soda and see who can drink it the fastest. And we're going to do it live. Facebook Live. Just for you guys. Just for our loving, caring fans. So, see you next time. On What's Up?
Oh. Guy, what? What's up?
That's right. See you next time on What's Up?